All right, so here's a problem I run into quite a bit. I have files on a network drive, or in this case, I use Dropbox. When I'm working on those files, I don't want those on the network drive or Dropbox because sometimes I get some conflicting files and saving it, because Dropbox and the networks are always like syncing things. So a lot of times what I'll do is move my folder onto my desktop and I'm working there, and then at the end of the day I just need to make sure I move it back to Dropbox. What I like to use this free tool called SyncToy. I'm using Windows 11, so it's still working. I have a link to where you can download SyncToy. Microsoft quit developing on it, but it still works pretty well. And basically what I do is I can synchronize my folders. So in this case, I want to take my desktop folder and then I want to synchronize that to my network or my Dropbox folder. And so then I can just set up a time that, like, maybe 7 o'clock at night every night, whatever I have on my active files or my desktop, I can synchronize that to my Dropbox or my network file. And this way I always know it's backed up in case my system crashes and all of that. So let me show you how that works. So we're going to use this free tool called SyncToy. And I created a demo folder here. So this folder right here is my desktop. And so right now in my desktop, you can see there's just this demo text file. And then I have, like, let's say this is my backup. This could be my network drive, or this could be my Dropbox or whatever. It doesn't really matter what that is, but this is my other folder, and inside of that folder you can see there's nothing in there. I'm going to go ahead and move a storyline. I have a storyline project. I'm going to move a storyline project in there. So this is my desktop folder. Maybe it's my active files. I'm working on that. I'm done for the day. I want to make sure that this gets synchronized to my network, right? And so right now there's nothing in my backup folder. I could drag and drop those things, but then I'm always having to do that manually. SyncToy is going to allow me to do that easily by just clicking the run, and it'll run whatever folder pairings I have. And then I'll show you how to use the task scheduler to make that work on a timed basis or calendar. All right, so all we need to do is we need to create a folder pair, right? So it's pretty simple. So just click on Create Folder Pair. And then you're going to find your left folder and your right folder. So let's go ahead and browse and find, I'm going to find my desktop folder. So I loaded my desktop, that demo folder that we just had. And now I'm going to load up what would be my network folder. And so I have that. So this is my desktop. So assuming I was working in my computer, and this is my desktop folder, that's where we have those files loaded. And then on this side, this is going to be my network or my backup folder. So let's go ahead and hit next. And then you've got some options here. So synchronize basically means that everything's the same on both sides, right? Well, we don't want that. Echo, basically what we want to do is new and updated files are copied left to right. So from my desktop to my backup, and then it's just going to overwrite what's in my backup, and then contribute, you basically just keep adding into that. So we're going to use Echo, and we're going to go ahead and hit next and just give it a name, and I'll just call this SyncToy, Toy Demo. And now I've got that. So let's look at our folder. So right now, if I'm in my desktop folder, I'm working, these are my files. If I come into my backup folder, there's nothing there. So all I need to do is hit run down here. When I hit run, it's going to run all of my my folders are syncing, and you can see I only have the one, so it's going to run that. So let's go ahead and hit run and see what happens. And what happens is you can see it saying, okay, this is what happened. It moved things from this folder to this folder, and 2 files were moved. So let's go ahead and close that. If I look inside that folder, you can see now my backup has this. And let's go ahead and look at the backup, the text file. So the text file, you can see says my name is Tom. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Let's come back to our desktop. We're going to edit this. And so it's my name is Tom, and I'll say that is my name. I'm going to save this, right? So let's go ahead and save this, and I'm going to close it out. And now I'm going to go ahead and run this again. And you can see it ran it. I'm going to go ahead and close it. Let's go ahead and look and see what happened. I'm going to come back to my backup. And you can see that the backup updated that file. So it's basically overwriting that file. So that's using that echo. So that's basically it. And then on the task scheduler, which I'll do another tutorial for that for the blog, in the task scheduler, you can just use that Windows Task Scheduler to set up and run this application at a very specific time. So you might want to run it like 7 o'clock every night or whatever you want it to be.